Darling in the FRANXX Episode 2, What It Means to Connect. What is going on, party people? It is I, FRANXX, back at it once again with another review for Darling in the FRANXX. Today we're talking about Episode 2. Now this episode was a bit of change of pace from the previous one. I mean, obviously, last episode was a lot more exciting, a lot more crazy action, a lot more hype moments. But this one we get a lot of world establishment, and that I really like because it's something that was very much missing from the premiere. So I like what they do here. I like this ecosystem that they're creating. We don't get light on everything, obviously. You know, I feel like this is going to be a world that slowly unravels. But the things we do get, I very much appreciate it. I love the characters here. I love Ichigo. This is very much an Ichigo sort of focused episode. And I really like her as a character. I like how she's dealing with Hiro and what's going on with Zero 2. I like that kind of back and forth, almost like a love triangle sort of thing going on, but without the love. And I like her personality there. I like how she's treating the situation. I really liked Goro in this episode, which is Ichigo's partner. Really liked him. He was just like just like best boy material, man. Like, he was just so good at being just a good friend. And I didn't realize that he was actually like bunkmates with Hiro. At least it looked like that in this episode. I don't know if that's just kind of a thing. Maybe they all sleep together in this room. I'm not quite sure, but that was really cool. I liked how he was talking to Hiro, and he was just like, yeah, dude, you're gonna do it. You can make it. I know you can. Like, I like that personality, and I like how even when she was telling, like, oh, I want to volunteer and partner up with Hiro, you know, to pilot the FRANXX or whatever, and I like how they like looked at Goro, and he was just like, yeah, she can do that. Like, I like how he's just like, whatever. Like, I like how he kind of just stays out of it. Or even when Zero 2 licked her on her cheek, he just like patted her on her head. And she was just like, no, get that off. He's a cool character. I like that. And even the bratty kid too. You know, obviously I didn't like him, but he's a necessary part of this type of story and what's going on. And I like when things got heated and when they clashed. Like, that was really cool. And Hiro in this episode as well. I like how he believes, he wants to prove to the rest of his crew that he can pilot a FRANXX, but it's just frustrating for him because of what he has to do to make that happen, and he's not allowed to pilot it with Zero 2. That's something that the leadership, Papa or whatever, I don't really know what's going on with that. That's something that I definitely want to see more light on, is who are these people and why are they there? Do they rule over this? Are they like the principal of this sort of class school-like thing that they have going on? They were holograms in last week's episode. Something I forgot to mention in my review was that when the ground like shook from the Klaxosuar attacking, their holograms, you know, they were standing there for the ceremony, kind of like it like distorted a little bit, and that's interesting to me. I think that was very purposefully done, and I feel like I don't know. They're definitely somewhere else. I don't think they're actually there. Interesting, just interesting. But I don't think. Apparently, like, they need their permission before he can pilot with Zero 2 again. And I think the reason why Zero 2 is kind of very just like whatever in this episode, she's very kind of like just watching and being amused by what's going on before her, is because I think that it's inevitable that Hiro's going to partner up with Zero 2. I think that's just something that's going to happen. And I think that Papa and that leadership, those weird people, I think they know about it. And I think Zero 2 knows about it. That's why she's just like, you know, Ichigo, fine, go ahead. You can partner with him. It's all good. Like, she doesn't even care. She still claims that is her darling, that is her partner, because she knows that in the long run, that's going to happen. That co-piloting is going to work. But is it going to hurt Hiro every single time? Is Hiro going to forget how, like, what happened in the cockpit every single time? That I hope not. But it would be really interesting if that's something that they continuously develop. I'm not sure how, like, and that's another thing. She's known as the partner killer too. So that's usually on the third time co-piloting, her partner just dies. So I don't know. Maybe Hiro's the only one that won't die, and that'll be kind of like his interesting aspect to his character or something. I don't know. We'll see what goes on in the future of these episodes. But this episode, I really enjoyed. I thought it was a really good episode. I liked the fight at the end. Sort of fight, if you must. It wasn't really like a real fight. Not compared to last week, obviously. But I like that sort of clash. And I like seeing the FRANXX. I like seeing these mech suits. I like how they look. I like how they have like these facial animations. like how they clash together, and how just fluid the animation is there. Trigger definitely bringing it on board. Another Trigger thing that happened in this episode, a very Trigger thing that happened, was the fan service. That's definitely something I should point out, because it was in this episode. It was in last week's episode, but this episode is a little bit more in your face, just a little bit more. I'm not the biggest fan of fan service. I don't really care that much, as long as it doesn't take me out of the episode. And that's something that, like, with like Kill la Kill, it doesn't take me out of the episode, because the whole series is kind of built on that sort of thing. And I expect that sort of thing from that type of series. And even the fan service there is like, it's there, it's very in your face, but it's respectful. It's not like stupid, just gross or anything like that. Maybe to some, obviously. But this, not gonna lie, kind of took me out of the episode a little bit, because this is different from previous Trigger series. This is kind of serious. This is more, it's more realistic. It's more grounded. And when you have kind of like this over-the-top fan service, like in the girls' locker room, I was just like, I kind of don't like this. I kind of don't like it. It doesn't hurt the overall episode, I don't think. It just feels a little forced, I think, and I don't think it's necessary in this kind of series. I do like the fan service, but I do. The cockpit stuff that they're doing, like with those shots and when the suit goes up and everything, like, that's cool to me because it's done through their world. That's just what happens in this world, and it feels like it's a natural course of things. But again, like, in-your-face fan service is just not working for this series, and I don't think it should be done. I really don't. So hopefully that's something that they learn from, or something that's a little bit lighter later on in the series. Again, it doesn't detract too much from the episode. I know some people like this sort of thing. I know some people appreciate it or whatever. That's totally okay. Like, I get it, but it's just, in this type of series that's really grounded, it takes you out just a little bit. But yeah, all in all, just a very good episode. I really enjoyed this episode. I actually like it more than last week's episode because of that sort of world building and that establishment that we get of all these different characters. I really like it. I really like what they're building here. The opening, too, I forgot to mention. The opening's really cool as well. I like kind of like this red vibe. The animation there is fantastic. The song is fantastic. Wish it had more Hyde in it. I knew it was like a collaboration of Hyde and some other J-pop star. I think she's like pretty big. I don't remember her name though. But Hyde is one of my all-time favorite musicians, like from Larkin Seal. If you don't know Larkin Seal, Ready Steady Go from Fullmetal Alchemist. So many other openings. GTO, like, they have so many other openings and stuff they've done. But it's not even their openings that I've grown attached to. It's like their actual albums. Like, that is one of my favorite, just bands in general. I mean, the album Smile by Larkin Seal is just excellent. Absolutely excellent. So I was hoping I'd get a little more Hyde in this opening, because it's been a while since Larkin Seal or Hyde has, like, done a full opening, like, just alone. So I was kind of hoping on that, but, whatever. I'm not going to complain. This song was really good, and you do kind of hear his voice under the female voice, and it was a good opening. I like it. It was good. And the ED, too, the animation in the ED, an all-girls-focused ED, I mean, that's cool, too. That's always appreciated. It was good. It was a good episode. I think I'd give it probably like an 8 out of 10. There's some things that need a little more light on it, but I feel like this, because it's 25 episodes, we will get that world slowly unraveling, and that excites me. I like when these kinds of things happen naturally. Comment down below and give me your thoughts on this week's episode of Darling in the FRANXX. What did you think of the fan service? Was it forced? Did it take you out of it? What did you think of the relationship between Ichigo and Hiro and what's going on there? And that kiss, that was a really good moment. What did you think of that? And 02, do you think it's inevitable that he ends up her partner? Is that just going to happen? Do these higher up people, these hologram-like people, do they know that already? Comment down below and give me your thoughts. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed anything that I had to talk about today. And also, please be sure to subscribe for more Darling in the FRANXX reviews and reactions. The Ancient Magus Bride reviews. Just a bunch of other stuff in between, gaming content. And you know how it goes. And to everyone that is subscribed, thank you, by the way. Thank you. You are very much appreciated. I wouldn't be doing this without you guys. So, yeah. I think that's it. I'm trying to, like, figure out another way to thank you, but I think I've pretty much said it. Just for real. It means a lot. It means a lot. As always, thank you for watching. Again, thank you. And until next time, I will see you later. Bye-bye.